And I believe we are... Alright guys, hi. So Mike, here's the thing. This is a sieve. What I've done here is I just took a plant pot, put some aluminum screening in between it here, put it in here, watch yourself on the points, but this is just a quick homemade version. And how you sieve for gemstones, you add your gravel mix here. These are tailings. Fill up your sieve as much as you want. Pick out any giant rocks that you don't need. And you're going to come over here to your water. If there's anything heavy like a sapphire or anything like that, or a gemstone, you just start bouncing it up and down, just like this. Rock it back and forth, bounce it up and down. Vertical. Not doing the shake, not side to side, back and forth, up and down. You're just kind of splashing it in the water like this. And you're going to get these big ones that come to the surface, just pitch them out. You don't need them there, you don't need them tearing holes in your screens. But, rotate it. Rotate it. Dip it a little bit, fingertips can get a little cold, but anything that's heavy will sink to the bottom. You're right there. So when you have it to where you're happy with it, it'll probably go a little longer, but we're making this quick for you here. You take it over here, and you flip it toward yourself. I got it on a board so it stays out of the grass. And Garrett, why don't you zoom right down in here. See these darker colored stones right here? Go ahead and get right down close to that, Garrett. These are spinels. And there might not be anything in this particular batch of gravel. I'm going back through stuff that we've gone through a couple times. But your sapphires, your gemstones, they're going to run right here in the dark patch, or they're going to be right around the edge. So this one here doesn't look like nothing's jumping at me. Doesn't mean there isn't anything there. So you'll pick through it all kind of slow, but if you're just doing a quick check, you'll know. A lot of guys will just say, okay, those are my concentrates, and they'll put those aside for later. They'll take another scoop, flatten this just in case you see anything. Put another batch in there. We'll do a smaller one just so you can kind of see the process a little better. Again, the reason you're probably not seeing stones is because we've gone through this a couple times and we're just kind of doing the final just to make sure that nobody missed anything. That's all it takes, just a few minutes of bouncing up and down, or even a few seconds like that. You can embarrass what you want, or I just let you bounce it along nice and gentle. You flip it right over on the same pancake you did before. And you can see, same kind of thing happened. What we got right here. Now, little agate, but it's not a sapphire. You want to watch for anything colored, anything red, anything clear, anything that really shines. You want to do it in the sunlight. It's kind of a neat process. I'm not expecting to find sapphires actually in this. It was picked over pretty hard during our last gem picking party, but it is a good way to show you what we're doing. So I'll do one last one here and we'll call it good. You know what, let's pull it out of the lucky bucket. This one here is a mixture of stuff that has and hasn't been hit. So dig down here near the bottom. We'll pull another couple out of there. Again, you don't need the big chunks in there. Okay, so we got that gravel there. So this hasn't been washed before. So see, we got these big floaters here. We don't need those. I'm really going to do this one kind of good. Hopefully we'll have a surprise, but you never know. But if you start seeing those dark colored band of stones or sands, because you can do this with some bigger sands, ideally you'd run it through a classifier, but for what we're talking about doing, you won't need to do that. Pull it out, bring it over. Now right here in this sunny spot here, boom. Now you're going to see when I pull this away. Looky there, look here, right there. See it? Can you see it on camera there? Let's pull it out of there. There's a little sapphire. So your gemstones are going to look like that. They're going to kind of come out like that. So that's what you want to watch for. And then you just kind of look around. Again, you could just take all your concentrates and do it all at once after you do 3 or 4 batches, or do it that way, or I like to kind of go through everything and see what's there. So that's the thing. Here's another example. Look at that piece of quartz crystal floated to the bottom. So you can see the difference in the two. So you can find crystals that way. You'll find agates that way. So all your heavier stones will usually go to the bottom. Now there's a few stones that won't. There's another sapphire right there. Maybe that might be agate. That looks like agate. But hard to say until you take a closer look at them. But you just take those, put them in a clear plastic bag, mark down where you found them. Hope your trip goes well, buddy. Bye.